All right. Hello and welcome to the Coiniverse product tour this June. And nice to see you all here on the line joining this product tour. We are excited to talk a little bit more about Coiniverse to you today. And we're going to talk a little bit about the application, of course, but go also beyond the application to user insights and what we have in store for the future and so forth and so on. And today's product tour, it's going to be recorded for later use. So remember that this is also a recorded video will be stored from this event. But above all and first of all, I'd like to introduce you to our Coiniverse team, for mostly the people that are sitting here with me at the Mint of Finland premises. I have here Mari.
Hello, my name is Mari and I'm working as a product owner in Coiniverse, and I will be sharing you today a little bit about the history of Coiniverse and where we are now, and also giving you an app tour later on to show some tips and tricks what you can do with Coiniverse.
Yes, and I'm Antti, and I'm going to be your second host today and co-hosting with Mari. And on top of that, of course, we have other people from Team Coiniverse here. Then you can, if you have your camera switched on, you can wave your hands to indicate who you are. But we have Emilia here, and Emilia is working on the sales side of Coiniverse and the partner side of Coiniverse. Then we have Mikko here on the line, and Mikko is the head of digital development at Mint of Finland. And we have Mahir, and he's a front-end developer for Team Coiniverse. And then we have on the line as well Sanna-Mari, who's a designer and on Team Coiniverse. And did I catch all? There's so many of you on the line, so I'm not quite sure that we have all and everybody mentioned.
Yeah, that should be all.
That should be all. Great. Hey, today's agenda is as follows. Firstly, we're gonna have a little bit of kind of looking into the origins and the history of Coiniverse. And then we're going to look into the user insights of who our users are and how they use Coiniverse. And then we are going to have a little bit of a product tour by Mari here. And she's going to show us a demonstration of the capabilities of Coiniverse. And then some of you were sending already questions before this event on about Coiniverse, and we're going to get into those later on the Q&A session. That will be the last item on our list. And yeah, that's pretty much what we have in store for you. And the questions that were kind of pre-sent to us, thank you for those. We're gonna have a team member to answer those questions. But you can also type in your question. If you have any questions during this event, you can also type in your questions on the Teams chat here, and we're gonna take those questions and answer to you during this event as well. So you have the right to use the chat, so please go ahead and type in your question in the chat. And we're gonna also have some polling and activations conducted with the Mentimeter app. So you can answer to a couple of questions that we have prepared for you. Those are like typical polling questions. So we're gonna give the Mentimeter link to you, and you can access the voting page with that link. So you will see that in the Teams chat shortly. I will give you more detailed instructions on how to use that once we move forward. And for all of you that have taken the time to participate in this product tour, we have a small gift for you. Did we?
Oh, yes. We have prepared a special patch that you can claim in Coiniverse app after this after this tour, we will provide you with the code.
Great, and that badge will then pop into your app trophy case, is it called, or the badges collection?
Yeah, badges collection we have in the collections section. It's kind of maybe a little bit of fun. You can also collect badges in Coiniverse on top of coins.
Yeah, so that's one type of a collectible that we offer on Coiniverse, apart aside from also the coins that we have a whole lot there. Great. So and all of these kind of like the person activations, the video that we will record today, and then the instructions on how to unlock your badge, they will be forwarded to you after this event, but via email. So we're going to sum everything up for you in a neat and compact way. So never mind if you didn't catch the right code during this event, or if you're wondering what we were talking early in the event, you will get your hands on the recording and everything that was said here today. So that will follow up after the event. But firstly, let's look at the first activation and first questions that we have prepared for you, all of the attendees today. And this goes for each and every one of you that are on the line. May you be from Team Coiniverse, or may you be from Team Minto Finland or someplace else. Please type in and share where are you currently sitting, what's the place, what's the town, or what's the city or country that you are sitting, and what's the weather like. So is it hot, cold, rainy, what have you? So let's take a quick kind of around the table of where are you calling in from and what's the weather. And -25 degrees Celsius here in Vantaa.
It's quite nice.
Yes. Oh, there's thunderstorm in Lohja. Wonder if it's coming this way. It's in US kyllä. A thunderstorm also there, and then 20 degrees, a little bit colder. Nice. Warsaw, Poland. Welcome from Poland. 20 degrees and a bit cloudy. Sounds familiar. Helsinki 25, same as in Vantaa and Karkkila as well. So we have a kind of pretty good temperatures here, at least in Finland. Never mind the thunderstorms that are local, and then also in Poland. Nice to see that we are all on the good kind of on a good summer weather here, everybody. Great. Now that we know what the local weather is like, so we can move forward to our first item on our agenda, and that is what is Coiniverse all about. And we have Mari here to present to you a little bit about the background and history of Coiniverse. Mari, please go ahead.
Thank you, Antti. I will share just a couple of slides with you, so it's nice to look at something whilst you're listening. No, did I press the wrong one? Oh my goodness, of course I did. Oh, what can you see? Does it look right?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Although I have my face there, so this is not the right way. I'm sorry, but it's here. This is the right one. Now. Okay. Now it looks about right. So yes, I already introduced myself. I'm Mari, and as mentioned, I'm working as product owner in Coiniverse, and it means that I'm working quite closely with our development team and also in the marketing. And how I got to work in Coiniverse was that actually I'm originally working as a coin designer here in Minto, Finland. So I have been delivering coin designs for many central banks worldwide. So it was so interesting when we started in 2020 at Minto, Finland, working with the concept of Coiniverse, and I got to start working with the team. So before that, I had been working with the coin designs, and now I kind of transfer to working for people who are interested in coins. So they are quite nice mix, I think, and exciting. So, like said, Coiniverse is really all about the people who are enthusiastic about coins, just like you and us. We have some sort of relation to coins, and I will quickly walk you through about the short history and sharing where we are now. So if I take the history slide here, actually, no, I would maybe, yeah. Well, first of all, Coiniverse is a go-to app where all coin collectors can get more joy of their hobby, and they can learn and dive deeper into the stories of coins, and they can manage and track their collections and even find their next collectibles. And it's really like having a digital twin of your collection that you always have with you. You can have it in your pocket. Maybe you find a coin somewhere, you can get it in as an exchange in a shop, and you want to identify what it is. You can check it in Coiniverse, or if you need to check if you have a coin already existing, you can check it in your digital collection. But on top of that, it's really about also about the global community that we have been building here. We have collectors from around the world, and so this is a place for also to connect with like-minded people. And we have been doing Coiniverse with our users since the beginning, so it's really in the heart of all that we do that we are developing the service for the collectors' needs. Okay, and I did that mistake here, but actually now I'm talking about the history, how we got started. But anyways, so the Coiniverse concept development started already in 2019 by Minto Finland after they had done some study about the future of payments, and from there they started ideating different digital concepts for coin collecting, and Coiniverse was like a spin-off from that idea bank, and we had about 50 different concepts, and Coiniverse was one of those. And then we did the first release. It was in January 2021 in World Money Fair, and we've been actively developing the service since then, and we have had many releases after that. And the main goals that we wanted to reach with Coiniverse, and they are pretty much the same still today, is that we want to deliver the best experience on the planet for collectors with this application. And then we want to also reach younger collectors on board and attract interest of new collectors. And of course, this is a unique digital platform for coins and their stories for everyone to enjoy and dive deep into. You don't have to be a collector to check what coin you might find, but this is really for everybody. And then, of course, we want to create new opportunities for all our members, mints, and other partners. That's about the short history, and then where we are today. You can see here this graph, and you can see the growth of our user base, and we have actually reached the level of 100,000 users this week, which we are really happy about, and not many have heard about that, but we will celebrate this soon, and we will be giving a great discount on our Coiniverse Pro for the rest of the year 2023. And if you haven't tried yet, Pro is like a paid service on top of on Coiniverse that you can access coin values, you can get understanding of the value of your collection, and you can also get some additional insights of your collection and exclusive content such as expert interviews and such. But we will announce the discount as soon as we get it running, and you will be notified about this, so you won't miss it. Yeah, and we have users from all around the world, and most attractive users now come from Italy, France, United States, and Spain. This is where they come at the moment. And we have already 9 member mints joined Coiniverse. Emilia will... Oh, no, you won't be sharing too much about, unless you have questions about our member mints that Emilia can share. So this is a tip for you. If you have any questions about that, Emilia can answer to this. But about these mints, it's really an advantage for us to have mints on board because Coiniverse brings the mints closer to the collectors to connect with, because they can provide valuable information about new coin releases, and they hold a lot of interesting information for collectors, such as experts in the area and such. Like in the future, we see that the potential is limitless with this cooperation as well between collectors and the mints. And then one thing I would like to mention is that our database, we have about 130,000 coins in our database already, and it's constantly growing. And the database, it includes a lot of information like stories, images, and details about coins. Yes, and lastly, we will be having a new release coming out this week. I don't know the exact date, but it's almost there, because I will be sharing you the product tour today, and I have the new release on my phone, so you will be see the latest additions to Coiniverse. But then that would be about the short history. Did we have some activation after this? And then I would move to Antti, unless there are any questions about this so far.
Yes, thank you, Mari. If you have any questions on the line to Mari about the presentation of what Coiniverse is, please type them in on the Teams chat, and we'll reply to your questions. So that is how you can interact with us throughout this product tour. Next one would be an activation that we are gonna share with you guys, and the link for that activation will be shortly on the Teams chat. I'm gonna drop that there, so you can have a look at that and click it open. So by clicking open that link, you have a question about the most useful features of Coiniverse for you in your coin collecting hobby. So when you have been using Coiniverse, and this goes for all the participants on the line, when you have been using Coiniverse, some features might have been more popular for you or more interesting for you than others, but we'd like to get a kind of a quick poll on what would be the most typical use cases or features that you use on a regular basis. And with that link, you have the chance now to vote in to choose as many of these kind of useful features that you currently use or have been using. And once you have your top most most interesting or useful features for you picked up, then click submit, and then we're going to look at the live results. So this is how this exercise will go forward. And please pick your options from the list, and then click submit, and then we're going to look at the answers.
Okay, so I can pick many.
You can pick one, yes,
okay.
One or more. And we are getting some results already in, and it looks like the coin scanner is one of the most, or is the most popular one among these options here, and the coin database, of course. The second one then following up The new stories and content seems to be popular as well, popping up on the number 3. And then we have coin shop and collection management tools that are useful and popular among the participants on this product tour. Social features and Coiniverse Pro features. Just under that, these are the features that we have introduced, kind of the newest features that we have introduced. So not that popular just yet, but we are looking forward for these features to gain popularity in the future, as well as those are kind of core features that we initially started with the coin scanner and coin database, and then collection management tools and news and stories have always been a part of Coiniverse, of course. So that's a big thing for us, and we're gonna look into developing that in the future as well. But hey, thank you for voting in. I think the vote is clear. We have Coin Scanner deemed as the most useful feature in Coiniverse, and of course we have been working hard to improve the scanner. Although it was really good already, we still needed to do some improvements on that, and I think we're gonna see a little bit of a demonstration of the new capabilities of the coin scanner as well. So that will be something that Mari will share with you guys in a moment. Thank you for voting. I'm gonna stop the results here for a second, and then when we move to the next activation, I'm gonna give you another glance on the next questions and then the next results as well. And next one would be to share with you a little bit about the stories of our users and the kind of the profile of the most typical Coiniverse user. And I'm going to share you a small presentation of that here. I think it will show right here. So part of my work, apart from hosting this product tour, is to work with the insights and UX part of Coiniverse, and that includes talking with our users, and we talk and interact with our users via various means and with different methods. And we have our own ongoing surveys and polls that we use to collect information from our users. We talk with our users, so we have interviews and group discussions and chats that we have on our product development groups, for instance. And then, of course, we follow and monitor what our users are doing on the app itself. So what kind of user flows there are and how kind of popular certain things on the app are. So there are different streams to how we can attract and collect user insights with Coiniverse. And now what we have here is a collection of things that we know from our users, something that we have observed ourselves, or something that our users have told us about their coin collecting preferences, or kind of how they would like to use Coiniverse now and in the future. So this is something kind of a collection of what we now know, and where we see also kind of our users' wishes kind of guiding our product development cycles in the future. I guess starting with who is the most typical user for Coiniverse is a kind of a good starting point here. We have kind of grouped Coiniverse users to certain categories, and the kind of most prominent category for Coiniverse, or the most typical story for Coiniverse, is kind of the story of a modern collector. And the modern collector has side where there's a traditional coin collecting methods and motives behind. So this collector appreciates the fact that there's a strong and long heritage in coin collecting. There's the rich history and the celebration of art and the celebration of like big historical events. And there's a long legacy of like physical collectibles and everything that's kind of connected with that. And there's also a lot of like paperwork included in that. So coin collecting is in essence a physical craft. So you have kind of these physical items as coins and banknotes, and then you have your albums, and then you have your catalogs where you can source information, and then of course you meet up with fellow collectors and see them face to face, and you have your events and coin shows and so forth. So coin collecting is a craft and a hobby that happens very much in the real world. And on top of that, there's also the digital side to coin collecting that these modern users appreciate a lot. So the internal motive here for kind of this traditional side of coin collecting and the historical side of coin collecting is that the digital side will bring something more on top of the coin collecting experience. And that means that maybe I'm more in control of what I actually have in my collection. I know what to get, or I know my duplicates, or I know that what I would need to sell or purchase next. And also I have a quick access to information. So knowing exactly what different types of coins means, what kind of different variations there are, what would be the value or the value estimation of different coin variations, and so forth and so forth. And then, of course, like one of the most popular features that we have in the coin scanner, the digital side will help me recognize something that I'm not sure what it is or what it might be worth, or something like that. So the modernist collector brings together the best sides of the digital and modern world, and then the heritage and the historical side and traditional side of coin collecting. Whereas the other categories that we have here identified in the Coiniverse kind of user pool are more leaning towards the traditional side, but they are experimenting with collecting apps. And then we have people who are not that active on Coiniverse, so they're using Coiniverse kind of on a kind of irregular basis. That means that the typical use case for them is that they stumble upon a coin that they want to get more information from, and then they look the information up from Coiniverse and then move on. So this doesn't happen on a weekly or daily basis, whereas the modern collector or the modernist collector has a weekly or daily cycle where they visit and open up Coiniverse and use Coiniverse on a regular basis. And of course, we have the beginner audience that is kind of a small category, but like a big important user group for us. So the ones that are thinking about starting coin collecting, whether they are young people or like more older people, never mind. They have kind of found coins and then have coins stored somewhere, but they want to get more information about their coins and about coin collecting as a hobby in general. So what better way to kind of introduce yourself to the hobby than to do that through Coiniverse? So you get kind of a really quick access to a lot of wealth of information that is connected with coin collecting from Coiniverse. The typical modernist coin collector for in Coiniverse is a person that is over 35 years old, and the typical device that a kind of a regular Coiniverse user is using Android at the moment. And most of our users have long history in coin collecting, so there's a big kind of a group of people that have over 15 years of coin collecting experience in Coiniverse. And typically, I think it's about 80% of coin collectors, they collect inside Coiniverse, they collect both commemorative coins and then regular circulation coins. So there's a kind of both type of coins are in the game. So that's the kind of most the usual case for our users. In general, if you have a generalization that could be something that we'd share here about Coiniverse collectors in overall, our users are experienced and they have big collections and at least like a couple of hundreds of coins typically in their collections. But we have also beginner audiences that have smaller collections, and then we have very kind of extensive collections, so thousands of coins in personal collections. So there's a variation between the size of collection as well, but at least like a couple of hundred coins is the most typical usual story here. When we look at what kind of a collection themes are interesting to our typical audience, the most interesting theme or motive is historical events. So series of coins that represent something remarkable or interesting point in time in history, looking back into a milestone or kind of event that changed the world or is a part of celebrating some innovation or a change or development in the society. And also that is a broad category. It can include like a sporting events or kind of landmarks like that, but mainly it's about like big historical turning points or big historical events and battles and so forth. Other kind of big motives and themes are nature categories or nature themes and animals. Those are really kind of popular among our users, and sports related coins and the sports related themes are also really popular among our collectors. When you look into kind of the future of coin collecting and the type of collectibles, then digital collectibles is something that the broad audience in Coiniverse is not that interested in just yet. Although we have introduced some digital collectibles in Coiniverse also earlier on. The modernist user group or the modernist segment that we have identified, they are the most kind of open toward digital collectibles. And this is something that we follow up closely as well. So how to have the right kind of balance between the traditional side of coin collecting with the cold hard cash, so to say, and then the digital collectibles, of course, that have been really popular among a certain segment of our users. During the years that we have been available for the broader coin collecting audience around the world, we have started to increase the loyalty among our users. Of course, they're happy people that have been growing into the hobby together with us, which has been really nice to see. And most of the users that use Coiniverse and on a kind of really regular basis and can be said that they are loyal users. They don't use any other apps or services apart from Coiniverse. But if you had have to mention what other services our users are using, they are using a lot of Numista, Euric and Euro coins. So those have been kind of also popular with Coiniverse. And we see that in a way that they are kind of mutually beneficial. So then when you look in your hobby and as a broader way, then you have different windows with different services. So they are all kind of helping each other, but still most of our users are using Coiniverse and Coiniverse alone. So you can have the best out of your hobby still with only using Coiniverse, which is of course like the most typical story in our use base. When we're looking into what kind of perspectives are important for the coin collectors that are using Coiniverse, the coin type, is it a kind of commemorative coin or is it a regular circulation coin, is the most important perspective. And then we get a list of kind of other important or interesting perspectives from that, but the country of origin, the coin theme, and the time period are the most popular ones among the perspectives. Then, of course, like coin material, currency, and coin value have also important, but there's certain kind of priority list to what our users are looking when they're looking at Coiniverse. So all of these kind of different perspectives might be important, but there's a certain kind of order when how you start your thinking process when you're looking into a coin. Okay, is it a commemorative coin? Where it's from? What it's all about? Where what time period it represents, and so on and so on. And this kind of really well follows up with how we have been building and developing our sorting and filtering options inside Coiniverse as well. So giving all those options available according to the priority list of what are the most important perspectives inside in coins for our users. We also have member means, so means from around the world that have partnered up with Coiniverse that are working side by side with us to develop Coiniverse and bring you also the wealth of coin information and coins available for you. And our users have been kind of also making wishes towards partner means, and the most typical wish here is that there would be kind of a really easy access to coin information. So that people want to have the right kind of information when it's available about new releases. Coiniverse is all about like new coins arriving there, and people our users getting the kind of a first-hand view on what to get and when to follow up on certain coins. But of course, like our users see that the member means are a big part of the trustworthiness and the kind of accurate, the providers are accurate coin information. So they are the big part of why certain users are of course coming into Coiniverse as users, but also getting the most out of the Coiniverse experience. And kind of the wish would be in the future that we get kind of accurate information as fast as we can get that, so our users would be able to record their latest additions to their collections as fast as possible. So that's one of the aims that we have for Coiniverse, and that's one of the wishes that we have been receiving from users. Another thing that we have been following up on our users has been kind of the future of coin collecting as well, and we have been polling these at least once a year on what would be the kind of future of coins and physical coins. And we asked this last year as well from our users, and over 60% of our users thought that physical money will be a little bit less popular or will be less popular than it is right now, and this of course casts a challenge to the whole to coin collecting as a whole, as we also see the trend that coin collecting is maybe popular now than it has ever been. But of course, like digitalization and digital money will have kind of an impact on certain circulation coins at least. But among kind of our collectors, the kind of the mutual feeling is that there is kind of a certain bright future for coin collecting, but will be certain changes or kind of alterations on the hobby. So it's not maybe something that you have always kind of traditionally thought it was, but there will be certain changes which we all not sure what they will be in the future, but we will also closely monitor what it will be and what kind of form will coin collecting in the future take. Will it be a balance of digital collectibles and then physical collectibles, or something else left? That's for us to see in the future then. And then lastly, the most kind of regular used features in Coiniverse, something that we were polling from you guys as well, who are taking part in this product tour. And I must say that those answers from today were kind of pretty much online with the answers that we have from the broader Coiniverse audience as well. So the Coiniverse catalog and adding coins to collections and checking coin values, then the coin scanner and coin collection management tools or collection management tools, those have been the topmost kind of five of the topmost popular features that we have on Coiniverse. And of course, like we've been working really hard this year to improve all of these more popular features to be better. And we've been talking with our users and having interviews and discussions online. How could we improve and make them better? And then kind of the user centricity and from the UX perspective has been really important part of this, and we'd like to keep it that way and continue that in the future. And that has also led to the kind of improvements of the coin scanner that we are going to demonstrate in a while, but also to the coin collection management tools and how kind of the flow of adding a coin to collection happens and how it looks. So kind of these are the ones that are the most popular and useful ones, and pretty much on par with what you had there on the poll on the early activation. And that was the last slide of my presentation. Thank you for listening to my monologue about the user insights and the user stories. There's a lot, I must admit. There's a lot of information that we have, and this is just a kind of a overall glance of where we are today and what are we interested in looking deeper into. But if you have kind of also interest to be a part of our user research and UX research and make your mark on what the future of Coiniverse will look like, then I will share you with the details later on, and they will be also included in the thank you email after this event on how you can be a part of the discussions on how to improve Coiniverse. And next one, we have the next poll and the next activation, and that will be and you can access that with the same link that I posted on the Teams chat. And the question goes, and this goes for all of you. You can answer this question, and by typing in your answer with your own words. What are the most important aspects for you in coin collecting? So, what is the most? You can share one or many different answers, and you can type in and using your own words. But the idea of what are the kind of important things in coin collecting for you personally. I'll let you a couple of minutes of thinking time, and then you can start typing in, and you can see the answers also here flowing. Great. I see here learning about interesting coins and getting kind of information about new coin releases. So the wealth of information and the accuracy information is of course very important. Then the investment side. So what kind of a coin should I consider to investing as an investing opportunity as a beginner? And also there's a kind of the idea of how the value of my coin collection or my coins is monitored and how it evolves. Coin collection management and in the database and data in my collection. This is important as well. Finding coins with beautiful designs. So the visual side to Coiniverse is of course very important, and you can kind of spin the coin virtually in Coiniverse and see kind of how it looks and what kind of art and design does that coin represent. Getting complete collections, of course, and following and monitoring up, what are you maybe still missing, or what would you like to have next, or what would you like to have in your wish list? Of course, really, really important. The design and the looks and the story the coin design represents, that's a really, really big factor. Also, that's something that we have identified in the user stories or discussions with our users. So like the art and history and the story of coin is a big kind of a thing behind coins. So that's something that you start in instantly I think about when you look into your personal coin album or catalog, like where did it come from and what's the story and what it represents. And learning about countries and cultures through coins. So of course, like this is important. The coins itself are kind of delivering a message, and that's the learning factor is a big thing. Great, thank you for a very active participation in this activation. We had a lot of different perspectives that are important. All of these are important and like a personally kind of meaningful perspective to coin collecting. There's also the kind of the stories and the designs and the look and the feel, but there's also the value and then the convenience of managing your collections. All of these are important, and we are looking also forward to taking all of this into account when we improve and develop Coiniverse in the future. Great. Next item on our agenda for today is the app tour. And we have Mari here sharing the app tour for us.
Yes, thank you, Antti. I will share you my mobile screen. Just a second. Okay, check from your screen so you see the right thing. So so I will walk you through with different features that you can do with Coiniverse, and I will also share latest developments we have been doing and some insight for the future, what we are looking into developing next. And this version that you see, I might have some features that you don't see yet. Like I mentioned in the beginning, we have a new release coming out this week. So we can have a sneak peek what we've done, so what will be in the next release. And then also we have the little gift for you, the next batch. I will show you that as well. I will try and claim it for myself during this tour. Okay, but here we go. Now this is the home screen of Coiniverse that we enter when we open the app. And as a user, here is everything like news and interesting stuff that is happening right now. Like this is the heart of news and events and such. And if we start with the bell notification on top of the screen on right corner, so this is if I come, I can always check here what's new, if there's new articles, if there are new releases or events going on. So I get notified here. But also if I have put my profile, set my profile to public, this is also where I get notification if somebody has liked my collections or such. So this is also where I can see these notifications from other users. But I will say more about those social features a bit later on. But this is the notification center. And here on the dashboard on the top, of course, I can easily access my collection and my wish lists and my badges library. And then we have new coin releases or some coin releases for our member mints that I can find here. And then we have the role here with new and interesting stuff. Like here we have announced to sign up for this product tour, and also as this article, a beginner's guide to coin collecting, we are constantly developing our content as well. And this blog series is quite nice. We have Alexander, a seasoned collector, who is taking new collectors on board. So he's writing a blog series to beginners, how they can get started, where they get new coins and such. So this is a place where you can enter these articles. And we are really interested always to hear what our users would like to see and what would they like to read about. And like we have this coin collecting event calendar for this summer, so users can check what events might be near where they live. So this is where we also post our new and interesting stuff. So this is worthwhile to check every now and then when you enter Coiniverse. And at the bottom of the home screen, we have this section for our member mints, where they have their own pages, profiles, where you can check if they have some special news or coin releases and such. So this is a home for the member mints. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Then if I move to Explore section, so this is the database where we have all our coins stored. And as you can see here we can find coins by location we can search for, or then by different categories. And if I go to Finland, as I am a little bit fan of Finland, so this is where the users can look for the coins, and we have these filters that we have in many places in Coiniverse. These are something that we have been working on lately quite a lot, and we have added new ones. We have a new UX created, new design for these, where people can filter and sort the coins, because we have such a big database. So it's easier to find the coin you're looking for as fast as possible. So there are different ways to do that. So here I can, for example, filter coins from Finland from 2020. Yeah, but in this Explore section, we also have this place where we can explore other users' collections. So this is a place where I can get inspiration from others and see what other people are collecting. If I go to this collection here, I can see this Francin, what he's been collecting. €2 commemoratives. I'm collecting those myself, so I can see what maybe get inspired about what I would like to find next, and then I can give him a heart that I like his collection. And these social features, they are really like we're at the beginning with them. So this is the first step we have taken so that we can get inspired by other collectors, but we are also in the future looking what else there could be included in the social side of this app. And we will be doing this closely with our users, but this is what we have for now. And then I would move to this plus button that you can see. And here our users, we can, if I'm traveling or if I get a coin in exchange, then I would use the scanner. And this is, well, as we saw, our favorite feature, maybe, but here it is how it works. And actually, okay, now I'll take a picture quickly. Oh yeah, I didn't shake too much. Let's see if it picks it up. Now I choose. And yeah, it finds me this Colombia, 1,000 pesos. Here I can access information. I can see the pictures of this coin, and I can write the descriptions. We have quite rich like descriptions of each coin and characteristics and explanation about both sides of the coins. But this scanner is a quick way to identify a coin. And actually, one of my friends, he said that he uses the scanner to find more similar coins. Like if he likes like animal coins, for example, if you like cats and then you have a cat coin that you scan, then you can like find similar. Like if you want to find similar kind of coins. So I think that was interesting, and it's often that if we design something like a feature, the users might use it differently. So it's always interesting to hear how people use different features and if they have the tips and tricks what they do. I thought this was quite funny and interesting aspect to the scanner. But yeah, like Antti mentioned, we did a big improvement with the scanner. Earlier this year, a couple of months ago, we released the new recognition model to recognize the coins. Before we used Google Eyes model that wasn't especially made for coin recognition. So now we have our own model. It's much more accurate than the previous one, but there is still some work to be done. So we are still developing this further because it's such a popular feature. We are also maybe looking in the future, we could look into like maybe if it could recognize many coins at once to make it faster, or maybe if it could help us to recognize the condition of the coin and things. So there are many possibilities with this scanner still ahead. Yeah, that was the scanner. And then we also, for the database, we can search for a coin quickly. So there we have actually made a new design for this search model. We have added more options. Now it's possible to look for a coin by material and also by mint. So so there are a lot of options that I can use to find specific coins. And we didn't have these filters before. Now I don't remember if we have it already out, this filter, but it will be this week if it's not. But now it's possible to also filter these search results. So I can add here face value and show results. So now it gives me all the €2 coins. So that's quite handy tool to use these filters to access the coin that you're looking for faster. Okay, and then I would move to my coins. This is probably one of the favorite places for everybody because we love to know about ourselves. So this is where all my coins are stored and my information. I start from the top corner. I have this pen here. So this is where I can create my profile. I can here's the collector profile where I can add my username and a little description. If I want to share my collections with other users, here I can describe what kind of a collector I am. And also we need to set it public. It's never public if you don't do so. So this needs your attention. You might not have even noticed it before. So please go and see if you have your profile public. And after this, it doesn't show all your coins. You can later on also determine which collections you want to share. So you don't have to share everything. And it's very important that we always take care of the security side so that you're in control of what you share and what you want to keep for yourself. Yes, I can also add my interest here to show others what I'm interested in. But in the future, we also want to make recommendations so that the users get recommendations of maybe new. Well, here I am interested in €2 coins, so I would get notified when new €2 coins are out, or read more about these. So it's good to update the interests as well to get benefits from that. And last but not least, we have this feedback section here. We are always welcoming all feedback, so you can also leave it in the app. And if you're expecting to get a response from us, please leave your email address or something, because we get it to our email. So this is like quick feedback. You can just leave it. But if you're expecting a response, please leave your details as well. Yeah, that was about the profile editing. But now if I see, here are my collections. I'll come to the badges in a little bit. But okay, as you see here, I have my 60 coins. I have them under these countries, and the new feature here is the filtering. This has been requested a lot by our users, and now it's pretty much ready. So now I can here also use the filters, because if I've got like hundreds of coins, so the list is long and long. So here I can also like filter the results a little bit. But here, for example, again, I'm using €2 coins as my favorites. So if I show results, now I can quickly browse through all the €2 coins I have from different countries. And there I can take the filters out. And also, so this is where all my coins are stored, but what I like to use, I can also like add my own categories or kind of my own albums here, like any kind of collections I want. I have created, for example, old coins, coins that I have found from my mother's some boxes or somewhere, like old coins from Finland and that are not in circulation anymore. Then I've got my favorite coins and then circulation coins from all around the world when I'm traveling. So like this is a way, actually the advantage in Coiniverse, like you can catalog them any way you want. So there are no like predefined way that you need to collect or arrange your collections. And also then we have some templates already here, like if I check the €2 commemorative coins here, like I can see like which ones I already have. These are like all in Europe, so it seems I have only 13 here, but then I can see all the ones that I'm missing. So once I find one, I can just, it actually automatically adds it here when I add it to Coiniverse. So I can see how my €2 commemorative coin collection is building up. Yes. And actually about the Pro, here if I had Pro, I would see here the value of my collections and the insights, and also would access some exclusive content. And this is where we are giving the discount soon, a great one actually, so you can all try it. And actually we have this 7-day free period when you can test it. So please go ahead and give us feedback and your wishes for the Pro as well. This is something that we are developing. We want to offer more like exclusive content for our users. We want them to have like access to like early access to new coin releases, maybe some discount codes and such. So this is something that we are developing a lot in near future. And then the badge. Okay, this is the badge library. This is a little bit of fun. This is where you can collect your badges collection as well. Like these are, we have some special badges, like we have some mint friend badges that are, usually we have run some campaigns when we have new member mints on board. They might have offered these codes to become their friends. Then we have these collection badges that we can claim by doing something in the app. For example, if I create my first collection, I got my first badge. So you can here like find out how you can earn these badges. But today we will offer you this community contributor badge since you have attended this event. So as a thank you, you can go and claim it yourself. And this happens by entering the code here. Let's check if I can claim mine. Yes. So I did get this new badge. Should I show how it looks or shall I leave it?
Show it. Yeah, show it.
Yes, it's here. I can see this community contributor. So now I have this badge in my library. So you can go and get it for yourself now or a bit later. It was product tour 2023. I think it was the code, but we will give it to you soon. And last but not least, we have this shop section. This is something we haven't developed so much since the beginning, but this is something that we are developing this coming autumn a lot with our member mints. We will also invite our users to contribute like how they would like to see this shop, what would benefit them, what would they like to see. And for now, we know that our users are really interested in finding out when new releases are coming out, if there are possibility for order the coins in advance, but we will be developing this so that there are more coins available for our member mints, and so that then we might have kind of a issuing calendar. So here you can see what's coming up and when, and also what was I thinking? What was I going to say? Well, anyways, there are a lot of opportunities here for both mints and for the users, and also the possibility here is also that this is a place where you find your next collectible, so that if you add them to your wish list, you get notified when the coin release is out, and then you can automatically add it to your own collection. But yeah, I think that was about the app and the main features, what you can do and what we are looking into next. Yeah, please feel free if you have any questions or tips or tricks from your collecting experience in Coiniverse. That's always interesting. But did we have some activation?
We did.
Yeah. Look at this.
Thank you, Mari, for the product tour. Looks great, and also like I'm really happy to see the new features there taking shape and taking form, and those are surely kind of big improvements since they are user driven, or we haven't been listening closely to the feedback to improve those. And it's always good to look into the future, and the next activation is about the future of Coiniverse as well. And I'm gonna share a little bit of the results and with the right question in mind as well, so you can take a look what we'd like to know next. The question goes, what would be the most important new features or improvements in Coiniverse? So what would you like to see happening or taking shape or introduced in Coiniverse in the near future or the long-term future? What would you like to see more? What would you like to do with Coiniverse? And kind of now everything is kind of open for this, so you can type in whatever you have on top of your mind. Please share as many ideas or improvements that you have, and we'll take a kind of a quiet thinking time for a few moments and then see what you have introduced, and then we're going to go through the results after that. But please share your improvement ideas. Great, I see here interesting ideas and also ideas that have been pitched before as well, or have been pitched throughout the kind of history of Coiniverse. So buying and selling coins through Coiniverse, the kind of the marketplace side of Coiniverse, that's a big item, and also we have been touching that a little bit with the coin shop. Asking numismatic questions from other collectors or experts, so interacting with kind of pros or mentors within the coin collecting community. That's a kind of a good, really good feature and an improvement idea on how to kind of get more out of your hobby. Then coin recommendations, that's something that has been here a couple of times as well. So based on the kind of interest on what kind of coins you have, or are kind of what kind of coins or collectors you are even following, then you get kind of a recommendations of what to get next, or a recommendation, and something like that.
Easy way to buy new releases, so buying, selling also with a small discount or discounts. I see here that offline meetings as well for the community is a big thing. So when kind of improvement for the future, we have been kind of online for a certain period of time as well. It would be cool to see some real faces behind all the avatars, behind kind of the virtual and remote working environment that we have been for so long. So let's look into that as well into autumn time. It'd be nice. And also we've been doing that a little bit on the World Money Fair and some other kind of events and conferences that we've been attending to, but there could be more, of course, in the future. And then kind of the community side, which is a really kind of a dear part for us in Coiniverse. So see how the community would develop into a club where fellow collectors could connect with each other and kind of get new friends and around the same topics and interests. That's really kind of a good idea and kind of heartwarming as well. We are a big coin club. A big global coin club, and like to kind of see also people getting new acquaintances, new friends and followers, and seeing new inspirational stuff from other collectors. That's a big thing as well. And of course, we hope that we'd get that kind of happening also more face to face now that we have been kind of so much remotely working remotely. Great, thank you for your answers. Thank you for improvement ideas, and thank you for ideas for the future of Coiniverse. And lastly, we have here a couple of pre-sent questions that we'd like to go through as a kind of a Q&A session. And still, if you guys have any questions that you would like to ask during this product tour, please don't hesitate to type in your question in the Teams chat, and we'll be, of course, take some time to answer. Our team take some time to answer those questions. I have here some questions that have been sent to us beforehand, and there's the first one goes to Mikko on our team, and the question is, what is the main goal of Coiniverse for the next 5 years? So Mikko, please go ahead. Where are we heading?
That's a tough one, really. with an application 5 years, that's a long time. But I think there were many excellent ideas in the last question for the audience, really. And I think really the main thing is that in the coming years and months and years, really, we want to make Coiniverse kind of the place for the collector community to really come together with the other collectors and with the mints and be the kind of #1 place to go where you think of collecting coins, learning about them, buying them, swapping them with the other collectors, and also discussing and learning from the mints and the experts. So I think that is really kind of the main goal we are aiming, and there's a lot of things to do, and hopefully we are delivering at least first glimpse of this experience now with the new features and releases that Mari is getting out this week already. So I think that's kind of the main goal and direction, really.
Great, thank you for your good reply. Yeah, no, kind of it's a long time, 5 years in the app development business, of course. So it kind of there's a lot of unseens, but of course, like it's good to see how where we're headed. What's the vision like? Next question goes to Emilia here, sitting with us around the same table. There's been questions about the member mints. Are there any new ones joining Coiniverse anytime soon?
Well, first of all, thank you for the question. Very interesting, and I believe that there are others as well interested in hearing about the upcoming member mints. First of all, I would like to say, like Antti has mentioned many times today, that we work closely with the users. So this is also something that we have asked from the users, that which mints they would like to see joining Coiniverse. We got quite a lot of answers for different mints, and I can already say that we are having many discussions and good discussions with many of those mints that the users have asked. At the moment, I cannot give any names, but hopefully you will get news very soon about maybe new mints. So this is a bit of a teaser.
Excellent.
Exciting. Great, thank you, Emilia. Yeah, we're kind of anticipating the next one or the next ones, and kind of exciting news coming ahead. So, and sometime soon, I guess. So, yeah, looking forward to that. Yeah, then we have a little bit of a technical question, and I think this question goes to Mahir on the line. Mahir being our front-end developer. So the question goes, and it's about the coin scanner. So why does the coin scanner sometimes gives good results and sometimes totally wrong results? Like, how does the scanner work? So Mahir, can you please share us a little bit about the logics of the scanner?
Thank you, Antti. And actually, great question. Also, Mari mentioned about the process, that how does it work? Basically, we use the modeling for the image recognition, and we always working on improving that. So then also we are checking for new modeling, that how can we improve the image recognition, and probably soon we will have also great news regarding that.
Great, thank you. Looking forward to that as well. We have a follow-up question or another question for Mahir for you as well, and the question is about the speed of the application, speed of Coiniverse. So sometimes and Coiniverse seems to be running a little bit more slowly. And how could you make it faster? Can you make it faster, Mahir?
Actually, tough question, but thank you for the question. Definitely, actually, so we are working on improving the application performance, and also I want to thank the whole development team. Misty, also, she's the mobile developer in the project. Also, we have Ali as the backend developer, and also Sanna Mari as the UX designer in the project. And basically, so some of the issues regarding the performance is regarding the mobile application, and some of them regarding the backend. But all the time, basically, we are monitoring the application and trying basically to improve the performance in the front, also in the back.
Thank you. So yeah, so there are some improvements already being kind of made in to improve the performance of the app. So we're on a good track on that. Thank you, Mahir, for your for shedding some light on the performance side. The next question is about user research, and it's that goes for me again. But I've been answering this question already a couple of times in this, or kind of sharing some information about this area earlier in this product tour. But the question went, how can I be a part of user research in Coiniverse as a participant? And there are many kind of ways you can be a part of our user research and UX development in Coiniverse if you want to volunteer. So we oftentimes send out different surveys to our users through the application itself and through newsletters, and we have many different channels that we collect information from our users. So firstly, the easiest way is to apply or to start answering the surveys that we send out. There are kind of we follow the satisfaction of the user experience, and we follow certain kind of different themes of improvement ideas and so forth. So they will be, if you follow up or if you're receiving and following up to our newsletters, oftentimes there is something that we'd like to know that by hitting reply on those new kind of surveys, then you can also influence. Then one of the kind of areas that has been kind of an active place for our kind of most active users to discuss with each other and discuss with our development team is the QA testing group. And we give you instructions on how to be included in the QA testing group if you want to be more kind of instantly chatting with us in the future. So that discussion is happening on WhatsApp. We have a closed development group there, and oftentimes we're giving out information before we tell anyone else. So you'll be among the first to know when we are doing something new. And of course, then we have a lot of questions, and we'd like to collect participants and test different new features and test different things on our existing model. So that will all happen in the QA testing group, and you are all warmly welcome to be a part of that QA testing group if you are not already. And the third thing is that we are often conducting interviews about different themes and topics around coin collecting in general, but also user experience and the experience in overall in Coiniverse. So by kind of joining some of our discussions and interviews, you can have also an influence on how Coiniverse works. And those are really friendly, kind of laid back discussions around the topics that interest you most. And often we bring there some experimental versions of our upcoming features or upcoming versions of our upcoming releases of our apps, so you can give your opinion of what kind of visual line or features or improvements or tweaks or fixes pleases your eye or your coin collecting logic most. So then you can also vote in to the testing part. So these are the ways that you can be a part of user experience development and sharing your voice also from the community perspective, so to say. And this is also kind of how the whole UX part and the UX research part in Coiniverse works. So working closely with our users to improve what we need to improve and getting information, ideas and inspiration from the community of people that are kind of around Coiniverse. So that is how it works. And then we'd like to keep it that way, and we'd like to develop that also going moving forward. So that's kind of really in the DNA of the whole of the Coiniverse experience, of course, and being that way since day zero. So that's a big thing for us and big thing for Coiniverse. And more questions. Well, there were many questions about can you sell coins in Coiniverse? That's been something that we have been kind of touching today as well, but not yet. I'd say.
Yeah, that is a good question, and we have heard that a lot, that people would like to swap their own coins or sell their coins in Coiniverse, and this is definitely something that we will look into in the future more. But now we are in the stage that we need to grow our user base, we need to get all our core functions to work, we concentrate on those and the shop, and this is something that will definitely come later on. We don't have the exact time yet, but that is definitely in our roadmap and should be possible sometime in the future.
Great. Looking forward to that as well. We are closing into the end of our product tour this June, and there are the closing remarks now ahead of us, but we'd also like to collect some feedback before that. The badge information is something that we'd like to share on the Teams chat.
Yes.
So Mari is typing away the code for the community contributor badge that you can then use to claim your badge. So during this event or right after or whenever you'd like, then please go ahead and claim your badge. You are totally allowed to do that, and that's the gift that we're going to give you, the virtual gift that we're going to give you today for your participation, active participation in this event. And also feedback is important for us to improve these product tours and all that we do, the events, virtual or face-to-face event that we do with our community going forward as well. So the last activation for you is this question about the usefulness of today's product tour for you. So please vote. How useful was today's session for you? Sounds that it was pretty useful. From out of the 5 participants who've been voting here, 6 already been very useful. That's great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great, thank you. Yeah, always kind of great to see that this has been worth your time. And lastly, I will share you the last slide here, which is open feedback for your experiences with Coiniverse, or open feedback for this particular event, or open feedback for whatever you have in mind. May that be related to Coiniverse, or may that be related to today's session, or what might it be? Please share your feedback and remarks here, and we're going to take a closer look at them then later on. Now it's time to thank you for being a part of this event, for being a part of this product tour. I'd like to also thank all of you Coiniverse team members that have been on the line with us and sharing your knowledge and insights on the Q&A side. And also I'd like to thank my colleagues here around the same table. Thank you, Emilia, and thank you, Mari.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
It's been a pleasure sharing this time with you in this product tour event, and I hope that you will be also in our future events going forward. So I guess we'll be seeing you after the summer period in autumn time. So please remember to open up and kind of look into the details on how to be a part of our Coiniverse community on the thank you email that we're going to send you after the event, so you get all of the experiences that we shared today as the in the form of this recording of today's event, and also the badge code, and then the instructions on how to join the community. So they will be all there conveniently in the same place. So thank you, and yeah.
That would be.
That's a wrap. We'll be seeing you again. So take care. Thank you.
Bye-bye.